Subscribe to ULO and never miss out on our weekend and racing festival tips, with more racing coverage on our website at ulo.co.uk. Saturday takes us up to Merseyside, where the Group 1 Sprint Cup Stakes is the feature at Haydock Park. Down at Kempton, the September Stakes is one of two Group 3 races on the all-weather. Saturday's nap is at Haydock, where Charlie Hills can take the opener with Cicero's Gift. With just the 5 career starts on turf, this Muhara colt remains unexposed and has conditions to suit. Cicero's Gift's last run at Goodwood on good to firm ground was clearly too quick, so a line can be drawn through that race where he trailed in last of 7, but otherwise he has a fine strike rate. Sir Michael Stout's Regal Reality is a regular visitor here and has finished third in this race twice before, while Richard Hannon's Witch Hunter seems to be finally finding his feet this term, when runner-up by a nose to Tiber Flow in the Hungerford Stakes at Newbury Park last month. That completes the shortlist. But Cicero's Gift will find the ground he needs, so gets the vote. Our next best lines up in Haydock Park's highlight: the Sprint Cup Stakes. All the stars look aligned for Inisherin to score in the feature. With a course and distance win in the Sandy Lane Stakes here in May the standout piece of form for this Group 1. It will be Carl Burke's pair of elite status and swing along that can give Kevin Ryan's Inisherin the most trouble, especially with elite status lining up in the stall next door to the selection, and sure to put plenty of pace on from the off. Clive Cox's Jasur looks potentially smart as a sprinter, but has pulled too hard in his last couple of runs, so if Jim Crowley can keep the lid on, then he's another with every chance. Inisherin to score, with elite status to make him work for it, while Jasur is the each-way angle. Down at Kempton Park, it's an all-weather debut for Hugo Palmer's It Ain't Two in the Cyrenia Stakes, but this Calix filly could be the answer to this Group 3 contest. She's had a busy time of it this year, scoring just 8 days ago on the Rudy at Chester, but seems to be in great form, so if this race doesn't come too soon, every chance of building on that last win. Adrian Keatley's Symbol of Strength has been well supported this week, while Sylvester Kirk's Brian also enters calculations. The chance is taken on It Ain't Two finding her feet on Kempton Park's all-weather surface. In the September Stakes, it's a small field, but a fascinating race all the same. The outstanding Hamish from William Haggas's Somerville Lodge Yard won this in 2021, but after an underwhelming run returned to that track in November, has been kept solely to the turf since. The Progressive Lion's Pride from John and Thady Gosden's yard is a course and distance winner, and with 4 stable wins from the last 6 renewals of this Group 3 contest, must be high on the shortlist. However, Andrew Balding's Kalpana gets the final vote, as this study of man filly is already 3 from 6 in her first season, including a win at Wolverhampton and a fine second to Inisherin at Newcastle. Kalpana has shown she can act on all-weather surfaces, and in receipt of a stone from Hamish and £11 from Lion's Pride, has to be in with a huge shout. Later on at Haydock, Oisin Murphy takes up the reins, on Chagrin, in the Betfair Be Friendly handicap, and there's every chance of a visit to the winner's enclosure for Mick Appleby's charge. With an entry in the diary for the Flying 5 Stakes at the Curragh, this Sioux Nation gelding is clearly highly rated by connections, and a draw in stall 4 just adds to the appeal. Carl Burke's Looking for Linda can give the selection the most to think about, but Chagrin is the one to beat.